in this video we are doing a variable. Okay, so let's open our robot again. As you remember, you come here, meter codes, language editor. After opening this, you remember our functions. As you can see, last we did our alert. So now we are going to do the variables. We are going to code the variables here. Okay, you come on top of all these functions, 1 2 3, you go on top here on the blank space. Okay, so above this function we are going to do a variable. So the variable is actually a shortcut, okay, or a memory. You can say, you can just put it as a shortcut, a memory, or anything, as long as you'll remember it very well. But what variable does, it helps you to store a value or a word inside some name which you'll remember later, and then you can just use that thing always. If you have used computer, you know that we have the shortcuts here. On when you press F3, F5, F what they do this, F what F3, F1 refresh. It's just like that. Those are the shortcuts. So let's start here. I'm going to do a variable called 10. Okay, so what variables has, first it's a type. Okay, we have many types of variables. Okay, and you must first give the variable a type so that the computer can understand what are you trying to do. Okay, so the most used ones are the int and string. Okay, let's do it so that you can understand. Int, it's like this, int, it's a number. Okay, we are going to put a number only on this variable. Remember, the number doesn't require double quotes. Okay, so let's say my number is going to be 10. You can give this name, any name you want, you can give it. Mine, I'm saying is 10. Okay, and then you must put is equal, okay, to store this variable inside your variable name. So I placed 10, as you can see, and then remember we are closing every code with the semicolon. Okay, so the type of my variable is int, which is the shortcut to integer. This means int means integer. Then 10 is the name of my variable. Okay, then I'm placing the number 10 here and then close it. I put is equal to make sure that this 10 is stored in this 10. Okay, so even if I can put 100 here, whenever I call 10, whenever I call this name, the 100 will appear. So now, since the type of my variable is a number, and then the name of that number is 10. Okay, whenever I call this 10, my program will know that I'm saying 10. Okay, so let me call my robot again. As you remember, let's see what it does so that we can actually understand. You see, our variable is hello. Now our robot says hello. That's it. Okay, so now if I can change this here and put in 10, there won't be error. As you see, there won't be error. Why? This is not a string now. These are not words. This is the variable. So when you put the variable here, there's no need for double quote, and you don't do it. If you put double quote here, the computer won't call 10, will call the word. Okay, this is no longer a word but a number. So whenever I type 10, the computer knows that I'm typing the number. I mean this number. Okay, so let's go to our program. As you can see now, when I place this one, it calls the number 10, not the word. Okay, it calls the number. But if I can put double quotation here, it will call the word 10. Okay, I placed double quotation. Let's see what happens. You can see now we are getting the word 10. You see, we are getting the word 10 instead of our variable. Remember, the variable is just a shortcut, and this helps us to put I can type a very long number here, okay, so that every time when I call the number, instead of typing it again, the computer will just know that I mean this number. Okay, remember, I've placed this number now, so compiled. Remember, I have called the 10. I changed nothing here, so every time when I want to change 10, I'll just change here. Okay, I won't need to type anything. I'll just change here, and then it will change everything. Okay, so you can see that number is appearing here. When I place this number is appearing here without me changing anything. So I can also just say 10 plus 10. Okay, so the computer will know that I'm saying this number plus this number. Okay, so compile, no error, and then you will see what you can see now. We have plus to those numbers. Okay, we have combined them. Okay, we have calculated them just like that. There was no need for me to type the number again. Okay, so now we are going to the string, which are weights. So the same thing that I've told you, when you write a string, you must put double quotation. Okay, it's called a string. So first we are going to change the type. We are going to say, I'm not sure how it works here. Okay, yeah, with small waves string, and then I can say I'm greeting. Okay, I'm going to call this greeting. This is the name of the, remember, this is the name of the variable. The type is string, which means words, sentence, and then greeting is the name. Then I must put is equal and then double quotes to show the computer that this is a string, or else I'll get errors. Then I can say hello there, are you still blowing accounts? Just like that. Okay, check this word, it's too big, né? It's too long. Hello there, are you still blowing accounts? Yeah, you must give me the answer in the comment to tell me what is happening there, né? Yeah, don't forget to give me the answer. You must answer this question. Okay, so yeah, let me compile. I'm getting error. Why? Because I have placed a variable which does not exist here. 10, remember, I've removed 10. Now here I'm going to put greeting. You see, just like that. Then I compile. Every time when I call this, you can see now the computer knows that I want to greet you in the name of, are you still blowing accounts? You see? Okay, you can see here. So what this means is, that I can call this many times as I want. If I want to put these words anywhere, I'll just type the shortcut of greeting. The computer will know that I'm calling this. So this saves times, helps me not to always type this. And when I want to change, let's say I've wrote many greetings here inside my codes. When I want to change the greeting, I will just change anything here, and then the computer will automatically change everything for me, instead of me going in every code trying to edit. Okay, this is good, a very good thing to use, especially a variable. Okay, and I'll show you how they work, especially with the programming. When you program your robot, you can see it works on, let's say you want to store the spreads. You want to store, remember, if you stored your spread here, every time when the spread changes, it will change everything in your code. So it will just change one time. If you realize, oh, I made mistake, maybe I didn't type something well, I'll just come here and edit, and then everything will be okay in my program. Everywhere where I've written greetings, it will be updated and edited by just editing on this one thing only. Okay, variable, remember, variable, in this program we have used integer variable, which is int, and then we can just call it a number, and then is equal, you can put any number, 100, and then don't forget to close with a semicolon. This thing, you'll spend the rest of your programming career forgetting this thing. Okay, and then we avoid doing these kind of things. Okay, you put them together, unless if you put something I'll show you later, but for now just know that you don't do any spaces here. You put it exactly as it is. When you do words, put in the quotation, but when you call this function, you don't need to put quotations because you already placed the quotations, okay, here. But if you can remove these quotations here, you will get an error. Your program won't compile. Okay, so yeah, give me a subscribe so that I can continue making these videos. Remember to give me a like, guys. Share with others. Remember, this is for totally beginners, if you know nothing about programming. And then of course we will go forward where I will also give some hard stuff as we move forward. I just want to make sure that you are following along so that you can create your own auto trading robots. So simple. You have already created one, as you can see. By just following this, you have already created one, so you can play with these things. Okay, the best way to always remember, or to just practice with this thing, remember, string integer. Okay, string integer, we did this, don't forget. Just, you can also copy this, there's no problem. Okay, and then sharp. Give me a subscribe. We'll talk in the next video.